Have you ever noticed that socializing doesn't energize you, it costs you? Not because you dislike people, not because you're antisocial, but because something in you feels spent afterward, even when the interaction was fine. People who feel drained after socializing are often misunderstood. They're told they're introverted, sensitive, too quiet. But psychologically, what's happening is far more specific. This exhaustion isn't about conversation, it's about regulation. For many people, being around others activates a constant internal process. You're not just listening, you're tracking tone. You're not just speaking, you're editing. You're not just present, you're adjusting. And that ongoing adjustment pulls directly from the nervous system. Over time, it becomes tiring in a way rest alone doesn't immediately fix. People who experience social exhaustion often have highly responsive nervous systems. They pick up on subtle emotional shifts, unspoken expectations, changes in mood before words are spoken. That awareness can be a gift. But in environments where emotional responsibility isn't shared, it becomes labor. You leave the interaction not because it went badly, but because you were working the whole time. This pattern usually forms quietly, often in childhood, often without trauma that looks obvious. You learned that staying attuned kept things smoother, safer, more predictable. So your system adapted, not by withdrawing, but by becoming aware. And yet, there's an invisible grief beneath this fatigue. The grief of realizing that connection often asks more of you than it gives back. The grief of wishing presence could be simple, instead of something you recover from. Invisible grief doesn't cry out. It teaches the body to ration energy, to choose fewer interactions, to rest preemptively. Carl Jung believed the psyche seeks equilibrium. When too much energy flows outward, monitoring, attuning, stabilizing, the system compensates by pulling inward. Solitude isn't avoidance in this case. It's rebalancing. In adulthood, this often looks like needing quiet time after social time, feeling calmer when alone than in groups, enjoying connection but in limited doses, feeling restored by stillness rather than stimulation. These aren't flaws. They're signs of a system that learned to protect itself through pacing. And here's what you're allowed to stop doing. You're allowed to stop forcing yourself to socialize the way others do. You're allowed to stop treating your energy limits as something to overcome. And you're allowed to recognize that needing recovery doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means your system is honest. You don't need to harden. You don't need to withdraw completely. You only need to listen to what drains you and what doesn't. If this describes something you've felt but never questioned, comment yes. Not because you need less connection, but because you finally understand why your energy matters.